Good evening. Cannabis with a street value of more than £1 million has been found inside a nuclear bunker in Wiltshire. Police raided the former Ministry of Defence site at Chilmark near Salisbury. Nearly 20 rooms over 2 floors were commercially producing the crop. 6 men have been arrested. Karen Bell has sent this report from the bunker, and as you will see, the picture quality has been affected by the humidity inside.
Well, here we are in what's less of a cannabis farm and more of a full-on cannabis factory. Just look at the industrial scale of what's going on. This is the drying room. Here's all the cannabis strung out, and then up above, look at all these lighting rigs. They've been installed by the growers as well, and they've even, just come around here and look at this, they've even installed all their own plug sockets. Now, there are 20 rooms here deep in this deserted nuclear bunker, and they're full of plants that are growing, and the atmosphere is hot and humid. It's really quite unpleasant. Let me bring in 2 of the police officers from Wiltshire Police involved in this. Now, Paul, in your long career with the police, how does this compare with other cannabis farms that you've come across?
I think this is by far the biggest cannabis factory I've come across in my 25 years of working as a police officer. You
must be pretty shocked.
Yeah, I am shocked at the sheer scale of it and the actual commercial scale of it and the professional setup with all the power, the lighting. It certainly would generate huge amounts of money for the criminality involved behind it.
How much roughly, or all the cannabis in this building?
All the cannabis here, a conservative estimate I've been given is around £1 million.
£1 million. And let me bring in Simon. Simon, a bit of old school policing last night, wasn't it? How did you go about getting into this bunker?
There was only one way about us getting in, really. We had to use the keys, and we had to make sure that we got the keys off of the criminals. So we waited outside, we waited till they were ready to leave.
In the dark? In
the dark, and that's when we pounced. And we got lucky, they had the keys on them, and we were able to come in.
And when you came in, who else did you find here?
We came in through the door, and we found 3 other people who were inside the bunker, locked inside the bunker. We believe now that they had no choice but to be inside the bunker, and we obviously detained them, and they're sort of part of our investigation now as well.
Gosh, right. So it's not just charges for cannabis, it's charges for human trafficking as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the 3 people that we arrested outside of the gates, they've been arrested on suspicion of being involved in human trafficking too.
Gosh, so there we are, £1 million worth of cannabis, which is not going to be on the streets of Wiltshire, and a massive coup for Wiltshire Police here.
Karen Bell reporting there. The Princess Royal has been in Sussex to see a project which can bring the victim of a crime face to face with the perpetrator. Restorative justice, as it's known, is increasingly seen as a valuable tool in reducing the rate of reoffending, as Malcolm Shaw now explains.
Zach Mehmeti came to England 18 years ago as a refugee from war-torn Kosovo, where death was a constant threat. But the taxi driver from Eastbourne says nothing prepared him for the shock of being robbed at knife point by 2 passengers.
They're both holding a knife, saying to me, "Don't run, we're going to kill you, get the money out." I say to them, "Okay, you take whatever you like." I put my hand in my pocket to get the money. They both start running. They thought I'm taking something out or whatever. And I say to them, "Guys, look, I'm just giving you the money."
The men who attacked Zach were caught, and one sent him a letter apologising for what they'd done through the system called restorative justice.
He say he's never going to do it again. He's finally out of drugs and drinks now. So I hope I'm the last person he attacked, really.
Today, the Princess Royal came to the offices of the Sussex Police and Crime Commissioner in her role as patron of the Restorative Justice Council.
It's a huge encouragement to come here to Sussex to see the partnership that you've created here and the way in which you're prepared to tackle all areas of crime.
Sussex has spearheaded the use of restorative justice, the project bringing together 20 agencies involved with victims and offenders, now entering its 3rd year.
If the victim decides that actually the penal system isn't right for me and it hasn't given me that closure that I require, and they're still asking questions, they have the opportunity in Sussex, with all our partners now delivering it, to actually meet with their offender if they want to. And this could be for any type of crime, as low level as the sort of basic antisocial behaviour, right the way through to today we've heard from a victim of rape.
In Sussex, 600 crimes a year are now referred to the Restorative Justice Partnership, empowering the victims of crime like Zach Mehmeti and helping to break the cycle of reoffending. Malcolm Shaw, ITV News, Lewis.
Protesters gathered outside Hove Town Hall this evening as Brighton Hove City Council consider increasing council tax by almost 5%. The council will attempt to make multi-million-pound savings. Meanwhile, councillors on the Isle of Wight have confirmed their budget for next year. Residents can expect to pay almost 5% more for their council tax, an average of £62 extra a month. The council say it will help them save £7.5 million and secure adult social care services. A £19.5 million government award to help boost the economy and create jobs in Dorset has been announced today. It'll fund the creation of a world-class business district in the Lansdowne area of Bournemouth.
Well, the purpose of the local growth funding is to do that, is to grow the local economy, and that's why this funding goes to a whole range of different projects across Dorset and across the southwest. And the aim of all of that, of course, is to support economic development, to support housing and to support jobs growth. And this funding of £19.5 million of government funding will do just that.
It's all part of an economic jigsaw that, when it comes together, will improve productivity and the quality of life right across the county. So it'll be, I guess, 5 years before the full potential is seen. But there'll be houses, jobs, without destroying the very precious environment that we've got.
A reality TV star from Sussex has been found guilty of causing a 3-car pile-up. Lady Colin Campbell, who appeared on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, pulled out into traffic on the A27 dual carriageway near Worthing, catapulting a car into the path of another vehicle. Magistrates convicted Lady Campbell of driving without due care and attention. She was given a conditional discharge. The Needles on the Isle of Wight were battered with 82-mile-an-hour gusts today as Storm Doris forced flights to be cancelled and brought disruption to ferries and trains. Fallen trees blocked railway lines between Eastleigh and Winchester. Mary Stanley has our report.
Doris took the south by storm, battering the coast with high winds and waves. Here at Milford-on-Sea you get a real sense of the power of Storm Doris. Wind speeds off the Needles reached up to 82 miles per hour. It really is difficult to stand still here, and only few have been prepared to brave these elements.
Come here quite a lot actually, so we've seen it when it's been really calm, but today it's just beautiful.
It's just phenomenal. One can see the power of the sea just here. Amazing.
It is absolutely invigorating. Yeah. We've been for a walk, come back, had a hot chocolate, and then we'll go on down to Barton and see how bad it is there, or good.
What a life, huh?
Storm Doris followed in the footsteps of Angus and Katie last year, bringing transport problems across the region. Chainsaw teams were swung into action, with fallen trees blocking railway lines between Eastleigh and Winchester, Guildford and Reading, and Havant and Fareham. A frustrating day for passengers as speed limits were imposed on Chiltern, Southern and South West trains. Homeowners and councils faced a clean-up, this the result of a tree fall in Southampton. It was a bumpy landing for planes arriving at Heathrow and Gatwick. Dozens of flights were cancelled, and motorway journeys proved treacherous with high winds. Red Funnel and hover travel services to the Isle of Wight were also suspended because of the rough conditions. But the storms failed to deter everyone. As waves lapped the promenade at Southsea, one jogger continued undeterred despite a drenching. Mary Stanley, ITV News.
So are things any calmer now? Let's hope so. I'm driving home soon. Let's get all the details now. Here's Simon.
From sleet to the slopes, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Good evening. Well, you'll be pleased to know after a very blustery day today, things are looking a good deal calmer tomorrow. Storm Doris will be a forgotten memory and things are much quieter. Will be a chilly start, yes, but at least we'll have some sunshine and it will be much less windy. The low pressure that is Storm Doris has cleared away eastwards. We get a ridge of high pressure coming in behind and that means very settled conditions, although tomorrow night into Saturday, the next lot of wet and windy stuff turns up, although it won't be anywhere near as windy as it has been today. today. For tonight, things continue to improve over the next couple of hours. We'll see the showers disappear. We'll see those winds start to ease as we head through the early hours, and there'll be some clear spells too. Quite a nippy end to the night with temperatures down to around freezing in some rural spots, so be aware there could be a touch of frost about and also some ice on untreated surfaces. Apart from the cold start though, a pretty decent Friday, some good spells of sunshine. Temperatures, well, they're down a few degrees on the last couple of days, back to around average for this time of year, but with highs of around 8-9 degrees tomorrow and all of that sunshine and much less wind, it should feel relatively pleasant if you're lucky enough to spend any time outside.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian Weather.
And that's it for now. Remember, we're back during Good Morning Britain from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Please do join Amanda for that. But from the late team, thank you for your company. See you tomorrow. Bye.